If you work in digital marketing, you speak SEO. It's been the language for decades. But lately, a whole new alphabet soup has been dumped on our desks. AEO, GEO, AIO. It feels like the rules of the game have been totally rewritten overnight. So let's dive in and actually figure out what these new letters mean for anyone trying to get seen online in this brand new AI-powered world.
And you know what? That's not an exaggeration at all. For 20 plus years, SEO was king. Then AI showed up, and like ATAC Interactive puts it here, just flipped the whole board over. This wasn't some slow, gradual change. It was a sudden, violent shift that's left a lot of us scrambling to figure out what's next.
And yeah, scrambling is totally understandable. If you're looking at this mess of letters and feeling kind of lost, believe me, you are not alone. But don't worry, that's exactly what we're here to do. We're going to clear up the confusion one acronym at a time.
So to make sense of this new world, we have to start on solid ground. We're going to begin with the foundation, the bedrock of getting found online for the last 2 decades.
That's right, good old search engine optimization. For years, this was the entire game, wasn't it? Tweaking your site, finding the right keywords, all to climb those search rankings and land on page 1 of Google. The goal? It was simple. Get the click. But even before all this new AI stuff, SEO was always changing. I mean, we went from the Wild West of the 90s, just stuffing keywords everywhere, to Google's PageRank in '98, which suddenly made backlinks the gold standard. Then things got smarter with updates like Hummingbird and BERT, which forced us to think less about words and more about what the user actually meant. And through all that change, the whole thing really came to rest on these 3 pillars. You've got technical SEO, the nuts and bolts, making sure Google can even read your site. Then on-page, which is all about your actual content. And of course, off-page, which is about building your reputation with backlinks and mentions. These fundamentals are still absolutely crucial. And here's where it all starts to change. While that SEO foundation is vital, it's not the whole story anymore. Because people just don't search the same way. We ask Alexa for a recipe, we use ChatGPT to brainstorm, we get answers summarized for us right at the top of Google. We're not always clicking those 10 blue links. This change in behavior, this move away from just clicking links, created a need for a totally new strategy. See, it's not enough to just rank high on the list anymore. The new goal is to be chosen as the single best answer.
And that brings us to AEO, Answer Engine Optimization. This is all about crafting your content so it's the perfect, direct answer to a question. The kind of answer that gets pulled into Google's featured snippets, the people also ask boxes, or read aloud by Siri. Now, if you're wondering why this matters so much, just look at this number. Roughly 60% of Google searches are now 0-click. Think about that. The user gets their answer right there on the results page and never clicks through to a website. If you're not optimizing to be that answer, you're invisible to most of your audience.
So how do you do it? Well, the tactics are pretty straightforward. You literally target questions as keywords. You format your content like an FAQ, you write a super clear, short answer right after the question, and you use behind-the-scenes tools like schema markup to basically spoon-feed the answer to the search engine.
I love this quote because it just nails the concept. SEO gets you on the menu, listed there with all the other options. AEO makes you the chef special, the one dish the server points to and says, get this. You're not just an option anymore, you're the recommendation. Okay, but what happens when the search engine doesn't just feature one answer, but creates a brand new one from scratch? This takes us to the next level, where the goal isn't just to be the answer, but to be a trusted source that an AI uses to build its answer. And this is Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO. This is all about making your content so clear, so authoritative, and so well-structured that when an AI like ChatGPT generates a response, it actually chooses your data and cites you as a source. And this is a huge mental shift. With SEO, the prize is a click, and you measure success with traffic. With GEO, the prize is a citation, and you measure success by how many times you're mentioned. You're not just optimizing for a search algorithm anymore. You're optimizing for a language model. It's a whole new ballgame. And it's worth it. Early research is showing that really focusing on geo strategies, things like including clear data, citing your own sources, can boost your chances of being included in an AI answer by up to 40%. It's all about proving to the AI that you know what you're talking about.
Okay, so we have SEO for ranking, AEO for direct answers,
and GEO for AI citations. So what else is there? Well, now we have to zoom out and look at the one strategy that ties everything together. This is AIO, or Artificial Intelligence Optimization. And really, it's less of a tactic and more of a mindset. It's the simple recognition that between you and your audience, there is almost always an AI now. AIO is about optimizing for that entire AI ecosystem.
So if SEO is about optimizing a single page for a keyword, AIO is about optimizing your entire brand's reputation for trust. It's not about keywords, it's about context. The AI isn't just asking, which page matches this phrase? It's asking, who is the most trusted, authoritative source on this entire topic? All right, we have all the pieces on the board: SEO, AEO, GEO, and AIO. The million-dollar question now is, how do you actually make them work together in a real strategy? And the most important thing to get is this: they aren't fighting each other. Not at all. They're layers. You don't ditch SEO to do these other things. You build on top of it. This table, right here, lays it all out pretty perfectly. SEO's goal is clicks from search engines. AEO's goal is to be the selected answer in a snippet or on Alexa. GEO's goal is to be cited by AI. And AIO, that's the big one, building brand trust across all of these AI systems. Each one has its own job to do. And if you want a really simple way to remember all this, think of building a house. Your traditional SEO, that's the concrete foundation. It has to be there. AEO and GEO are the specialized rooms you build on top of it. And AIO, that's the roof. It's the overall strategy that covers and protects the entire structure. So as we wrap this up, this is really the one question you need to ask yourself. For 20 years, the entire online world was built to get clicks. But in the age of AI, that's just not enough. The new currency is trust. So is your strategy built for the old game or the new one?